please stand with me for the pledge of allegiance? Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I know we're in unison.
Is the chief connected or is the,
He's on.
he's on?
Yes.
Hey, chief, are you there?
Oops, he's off now.
He's on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Next item is agenda review. Is there a council person that wants to look at the order of the agenda and make some changes? Number 9 to number 9. Right, hearing no request to change. Item 4 is community participation. Is there, did we get any email regarding any of the items?
No, sir.
Okay. I have Stephanie on number 9, correct? Is there anybody else in the audience that has anything to say that's not on the agenda? Okay. Slow this moving down.
That's okay.
The next item is consent calendar. The following items are presented for the council review without discussion as a single agenda item. Is there any council person who wish to pull an item for review from the consent calendar? I do. Did you want to,
I just see here
which one?
the recreation and parks.
Okay, that's one of them, yeah,
Okay, that's one.
okay.
So D4.
I want to pull 5C, which is July and August 22 financial report. And then D4, which is recreation and parks. Report for August 22. Is there a motion to approve the balance of the consent calendar?
I will motion to approve the balance of the consent calendar.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All right, great. Okay, the first item is just, I appreciate the report. That's item C, the July and August report. And what I wanted to highlight is the conclusion that was noted by Mr. Zarate, our finance director. And I'm going to read it because instead of having everybody thumb through it, and it's the conclusion report. The city needs to continue to look for cost-cutting measures and additional revenue sources to continue to provide the services that residents expect, and for these to be sustainable long-term. Sustainability is a concern when reserves are not at the target amount. Currently, the city has ARPA federal funds available, but these are limited. The city should not be dependent on one-time monies to sustain recurring expenses. Enterprise funds and other funds are generally in line with the budget. Expect any further significant fluctuation in these funds. The city staff will continue to monitor closely and continue to provide a financial report to the council monthly. And I just wanted to highlight, our budget is $6.9 million for the whole year. The target reserve that we're looking at is 15%, which amounts to $1,039,664. At the end of August, at the end of last month's August 31st, we were at 7% or thereabouts at 480,000. So one of our goals, as we talked about before, is our council needs to get in the black, stay in the black, and get a reserve up to 15%. And we're working on it. It's our duty as a council people and staff to make sure that we keep our focus on that. That's all I had on that. You wanted to talk about the recreation?
Yeah, in recreation, I just wanted to hear a little bit more about the pumpkin events and those events that we have going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for rec right now, which is awesome. I like to see it. So we have Co-ed Basketball League. The registration deadline will be October 10th. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to contact me. We'll also be doing a pumpkin carving contest. So from October 1st to October 31st, I'll be accepting submissions, I guess you'll say. through email, so anyone who wants a pumpkin, decorated pumpkin would just take 3 pictures, 2 or 3 pictures of, their submission and then email it to me. And then all of those submissions, excuse me, would be presented to the Recreation and Park Commission. Vote on who ends up winning that. And then the winner would get just like a local business gift card to like Guadalupe Cafe or something like that. And then there's also gonna be a pumpkin painting event for children. It is required that they come with an adult with them. But the first 20 kids to come will get a free pumpkin to paint. That'll be Wednesday, October 26th. And that's an early release day, so that way they can come right after they get out of school. There's also the 50s themed dance that will be holding November 12th, Saturday, November 12th. And it's kind of a dual event day because Touch of Style is gonna be doing their Toys for Tots art show drive, I guess you would call it. So they'll be doing that from 4 p. or no. what's the time? From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then the 50s dance would start at 4 and then end at, I believe, 8 o'clock. Yes. And then we're doing Color Fusion Walk Run Part 2 because we still have a lot of stuff left over from that. And that'll be, the report is actually not correct. We had to change it. So it'll be December 3rd. So Saturday, December 3rd. Anyone that wants to register, the forms are still available on the recreation page. So you would just fill it out and then email it to me. And then I would connect you with finance to pay for that, or you can come in person and do that. And then in December, or from November 20th, for a city Christmas light contest. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your own house. You could take pictures of someone else's house and then just put the address on there and then submit it to my email. So it'd be the same format as the pumpkin decorating contest. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, unless you guys have any questions.
I have one.
Mhm.
I've seen that there's flyers going out of the kids there in the park.
Oh, yeah,
That is,
sorry, yeah. So that's being run by police department, but I actually am assisting on that. So that'll be Saturday, October 8th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. At O'Connell Park.
You have a caution tape over there. What's the reason for that?
Jean requested that parking spot be reserved for city council members, so.
Somewhere else.
We need to remove that, by the way. I'm talking about O'Connell Park.
We took it down already, but that was for the Bulldogs game because they had a lot of I'm assuming parents or whoever coming up and parking next to the playground and parking next to where the barbecue pit area is. And number one, that's just not safe. And number two, it actually caused an issue with emergency services being able to come onto the field because there was actually a couple incidences that happened out there. So that's something that I'm gonna look into more, trying to figure out how to keep them off over there.
Now, the caution tape I was talking about is on the right field side. From, right field line, the right field. fence
Yeah,
line?
that's for the parking so that they don't go onto the softball field.
Oh, so
Cause
we're
they're
going on
supposed to go to the baseball field, but when we put the signs, it didn't make it clear that they're
Okay.
supposed to go that way, so we.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Was that it?
That was it.
Any more? I just have 2 comments. One is that the calendar you have here is really good. I don't know if that's on the website too, or is there?
It's not, but I can put it on there.
This is really good. It highlights everything. And speaking of highlights, the donut group, the donut veterans group do not use the vets home.
Okay.
They use it, but they may have said they're going to reserve it, but they just changed it. They're just using the cultural center.
Okay,
So,
so then that would just be removed.
yes,
Right, okay.
yeah.
And the Zumba, I don't think they're using Jack O'Connell, are they?
They all are right now, but they're actually looking to relocate which that's another discussion.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Zuba needs to continue, so we're working
Okay.
on that, so. Good job, that's Hannah, by the way, she's a recreation coordinator. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve those two items?
I will motion to approve the remaining items.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All ayes, thank you. City Administrator's report.
I have nothing to report tonight. Short meeting.
Director of Public Safety, is he awake?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock out here. Todd has my report. So there's if he just give a few comments.
Oh, sure. The one on the land transfer, correct? That one?
Land transfer, yes, about parking.
Yeah, the Public Safety Director, Chief Police. Bonita Pacifica Land Transfer, this is Chief's report. Surveyed the area of the 100 Pioneer for potential traffic and parking concerns with the Bonita Pacifica Land Transfer. Public Safety found no concerns relating to this project. Traffic safety issues. 2 traffic accidents involving children and vehicles, one at Obispo and Highway 166 and one at Guadalupe and Main Street. Traffic concerns at Mary Buren Elementary School with kids crossing a busy street and working with school superintendent to address those issues. And his suggestions are, A, install 4-way stop signs at Obispo and Highway 166 Main Street. B, install 4-way stop signs at the street. C, install 4-way stop signs at Point Cell and Main Street. And D, install 4-way stop signs at Cesar Chavez and Main Street.
Have with that report.
I can get it to you.
I think we did we?
Oh, did you?
No.
I thought maybe we just sent it to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be for the record anyway, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to be able to pencil all those out because
Okay.
trying to figure out where all the streets are. And then that's not a final, that's just discussion, right, Chief?
Yes, sir. That's only a starting point that we can start talking about as far as potential issues and maybe how to address. But I'd like to get more input from council, community, school, and everyone else.
Thank you. I know it's a hazard. I know that there was a bicycle accident at Obispo and Maine. What, a week ago? Weekend.
Yes, sir.
Nobody was.
Correct.
And we sent an update to SBCAG and Caltrans about that because we wanted to push Caltrans, SBCAG, the Southern Pacific Railroad to get their act together so that we can look at the lighting stoplights in that area. And it continue to be an issue with all the ag that's going on and all the homes that are in that area. So a lot to do. Anything
Thank you.
else?
No, sir. That's my report.
Well, you look pretty slick.
Stayed up late to look good for council.
It's gonna be the expectation for all council meeting.
There you
I
go.
have a quick question.
Yes.
Is there any status on Caltrans and the development regarding that intersection?
Yeah, you probably,
I actually contacted both Supervisor Lavanino and Nelson. Because I spoke to them regarding that because when you don't put any fire under Caltrans or Southern Pacific, they're gonna let it slide. And what's happening is that most of the money that's being spent for transportation and highway and streets is for South County. And so we're pushing it to get their act together because on Black Road, there's supposed to be a signal light on Black and Main. And that was hopefully it can't, yeah, it's forever. So you're right, we need to push that and we need to basically perhaps pen a letter saying that we want something done. On the
Maybe
city-
we can, yeah,
on the city side.
a little support from us.
Yes. So we'll create one and then we'll have the council sign it. So.
Okay.
And the chief.
And just one addition to that, I think at the bottom of my report is we got reports from the sheriff's department and from some of our own kids about stalkers at some of the bus stops. So we monitored the buses going to school in the morning and some of the buses coming back from school to kind of make some of the students feel a lot better. And I also talked to one of our young students, female, who had reported some of the incidents. And so I helped to make her aware that we're aware of everything that's going on, and she saw us out there. So that's just, and I sent that to the superintendent so that the school will be aware that there's some suspicious people that seem to be at least hanging around some of the bus stops. So that's just for information only. Thank you.
I have a quick question for Chief Gadd, Mayor.
Please.
We know where our street sign is as far as our lighted sign. I've been hearing a lot of complaints and I see it continually is Guadalupe Street, nobody's adhering to the speed limit. And I don't know if there's some strategic spot that we can put it that, that warns people to drive the speed limit, because people are just, I mean, I hear about it in Pasadena, but I also down Main Street, people are just, it's what, 30, 25 downtown, 30
30 all the way across.
people are hitting 35, 40, they're in a hurry. And, they're at least, posting the speed limit just to have that sit back in their mind that they're speeding.
Well, there is one coming from Flow County.
Yeah.
On Highway 1,
Okay, but
right up to the bridge, yeah.
I know I've talked to Lieutenant Limon about using our street sign, if we could just use it, and hopefully get some good results from it, possibly. He said something about the Aslandis piece of parcel somewhere in there.
As now we have it on 11th, as people are going west on 11th in the morning to slow that traffic down because we have the small kids at Mary Buren, and we'll sometimes put it over on Main Street when they're going east. Especially when the kids are going crossing the street over at our middle school. So we will try to move that around. And I know Councilman Ramirez can state that he's seen me stalking 11th and Guad, sitting in the corner trying to catch cars that are blowing the stop sign. And we've also had the radar put our equipment out there as best we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other?
Yeah, well, I was just gonna add on that, maybe we can also contact CHP for those intersections for Highway 1 and 166 if we need any other resources or other signage.
Yes, we've talked to them, and it's one of those things. They look at their numbers, and they, like everyone else, low staffing, and they're saying, unless it shows a lot of injuries or something like that, that's how they kind of look at their staffing. But they'll help as much as they possibly can. But it's a lot of time it'll be like a hit and a miss. So we try to use our resources as best as we can. When we really have, unfortunately, if there's accidents, then they'll definitely show up. But we'll make a call into them and ask for any assistance possible.
Thank you, Chief. Any other questions? Then we'll move on to mayor's report updates. It's pretty detailed in terms of updates, but I just wanted to highlight number 8. The Senator Limon will be here October the 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. As you may recall, we received almost $5 million from the state, and she pushed, and Cunningham pushed for the second phase of Royal Theater. So she's going to look at that. And then she's also going to go to Leroy Park, look at that, because she wants to see that development. As you know, there's 1.7 million of federal money going in there. She's going to Escalante Meadows, because there was another $3 or so million for that community center. So she's going to look at that. And she's also going to stop by the senior center Maybe Stephanie will cook her some hot dogs and hamburgers out there, but she'll stop by that site to look and see if we can obtain some money to kind of refurbish that building. So that's October the 6th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it should be all over the place at that point.
Mhm.
That's all I had. Okay, well, item 9, public hearing to consider 2022-068 PA use determination for gym facility within the general commercial GC zone. Mr. Pell.
Council members, good evening. This is another one of those determination things that we've been talking about lately. We had one for a daycare facility, we've had one for the wine tasting and the event center, and now we're looking at a gymnasium. Again, it's another one of these things where you say, is this something that we think should fit in our zoning ordinance, but it's just not there right now, or is it something we should not consider? And after reviewing it, I did some research with County of Santa Barbara zoning ordinance as well as Santa Maria. Both of them have gymnasiums and fitness centers allowed by right in commercial zone districts. And so when we look at what we have in our zone district right now for the GC, there are uses that are much larger and have considerably more people allowed. There is still a use allowed by right. So those were including churches, meeting halls, theaters, and auditoriums. So the only thing you have to consider as part of this tonight is just knowing that if this is approved, as in the other one, that a gym could go anywhere in a UC district. It's not, it wouldn't just be at this one particular location. But the person asking for this is Mimi Guerrero. She has already leased the property at 959 Guadalupe and has equipment stored somewhere in town. So, I mean, it could be a very quick transition to getting this operation moving. We have included a floor plan that we sent for that, so you can kind of get an idea how they would use the space. I think it's a good use, and we're recommending that this be a permitted use in that GC zone district, and she's here available to make a little presentation and then answer any of your questions specific to the facility, but staff is recommending that this be approved.
Okay, this is going to be a public hearing, so we'll open up the public hearing and she can talk, or whoever else wants to speak at 6:25. We'll open it up to public hearing. You want to come up and talk a little bit about your building? That's the Perry building. What is that? Napa building.
Turn it on.
Okay, I can get that.
Green light's on. That's,
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council members. My name is Mireya Guerrero, better known as Mimi, and that is my husband, Juan Carlos Guerrero. For the past 7 years, we've had a dream to own a business and more specifically a gym. When we moved back to Guadalupe 5 years ago, we realized there was no gym to work out, and we had to travel all the way to Santa Maria. And we had to face the awful traffic that builds up on all roads leading to Santa Maria. And we knew that if we were annoyed, therefore other residents were annoyed. So we worked really hard. And in 2020, we were able to purchase a lot of equipment from a gym that closed due to COVID. And so we've had that equipment stored, and we're just here to see if we can open up this gym and make this dream of ours a reality to help not just like ourselves, but the residents of Guadalupe. And we've already rented the Perry building.
And I know you have letters of support.
I do, I have a couple of letters of support.
Okay, and if you stay there, Stephanie has, since she's here, Stephanie Kraus, would you Come up, please,
Okay.
unless you want to oppose this, but if you want to oppose it, you gotta sit back down.
This, I guess rezoning, I think it's a great idea. This building has had a lot of uses in the past, but I think this one is actually something that reaches out to all areas of the community. It would really help, older people, younger people to be able to have a private place where they can work out, somewhere where they're not seen outdoors, somewhere that's warm, and they can work out. So I'm excited for the idea of it, and I'm hoping that you all will make this a reality.
Thank you. Anybody else out there want to speak on the behalf of this? Council? Well, go ahead. Ed. Go ahead.
Wait, I was just wondering what your hours of operation will be.
We're gonna start. Sorry,
Good question.
so we're gonna start with 5 AM to 8 PM. Monday through Friday, and Saturday, 7 AM to 2 PM, and close on Sunday. And then we'll go from there according to the members' needs.
Next question is, what type of equipment do you have?
We have cardio equipment. We have cardio equipment, we have free weights, we have weight machines. We talked to Monica, the girl that does the Zumba classes, and we're reserving an area in there for the classes. We're gonna have somebody to come in and do yoga classes. So that's where we're at with that.
And is it premature to talk about pricing, or is that more of a? I
I think it'd be premature.
Premature, okay. It's just something that interests me.
Yeah. Unless it's discount for the council.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Here, let me
What you want.
get that in my minutes. I'm just-
At the,
Did you say the salty area?
I saw that.
and I like the women's workout area. That's cool. It looks like it may need to be a little bit. Some good choice. At 6:35, we'll close the public hearing and bring it back to the council. Any discussion on the council side?
We have WM, and what is that abbreviation for? Weight machine?
Yes.
Okay, so you have, there's quite a bit. And then along the southern wall, what, is that the running treadmills?
We have treadmills, we have ellipticals, we have weight machines, we have free weight, and then we would have either a Smith machine or squat rack.
When's the pool coming in?
Hey,
Next door.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any, Gene, any other question?
No question, just a comment. I think this will be great for our people here. I know years back they had curves for the women and, she did good for a while. And everything, and then, I don't know, she just stopped and didn't want to do it, but, this will be good, because I know there's a lot of people we have here who go to Santa Maria to have memberships in the gym and stuff like that. I know some of them will be probably a little bit optimistic at first, but I think this is gonna be great, and I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck if everything goes your way.
Thank you, thank you. I do want to add, I did forget to mention that we are gonna offer discounts to families that have their kids enrolled in sports. So the parents can pay and the kids can work out for free.
And then council, we do have a Chief Cash.
Okay, then we'll bring that to the council first. We'll get you, chief.
Yeah, in fact, I wholeheartedly support this. I mean, this that we need, is healthy living. It releases stress, keep the person's mind in shape, body in shape. We all know that we have tons of young people out there with way too much screen time. And sometimes as hitting a refresh button, working out is one of the best things, and I still do to this day. So this is something that it's much needed here in town, definitely.
But I noticed on your plan, is there plans in the future for a smoothie bar?
That's a good workout.
There's a fridge, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
protein shakes and all that good stuff.
Another side spin-off business from this business.
Any other questions? Chief Cash, you had a comment?
Yes, to the young lady, so that we could support this is where you say you're gonna open up at 5 o'clock. Where are you looking at parking for
Well-
participants?
So the,
All over.
I guess the empty lot right next to 595, that's what's being used for parking right now when there's events like around the area. So, I mean,
It's not, I think, Larry kind of mentioned that where there's not a, off-street parking is there,
it's available.
yeah,
A lot of people have, that we've done surveys, a lot of people have said they're just gonna walk.
yeah.
Good exercise.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's a great idea. It's much needed, and if you look at, that's part of the puzzle on that side of town from 10th Street going north. Is that there's, as you may know, there's a wine bar that's going in, the Alvarez's are fixing up that other building, which was the old variety building. There's another store going up next to, which is the art studio, which is the cannabis thing, but it'd be nice to have that one area just north of the building turned into something, even if it's a parking lot. And then that one corner belongs to the city and the redevelopment agency, the old Al's Union building, so. We appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's much needed, so we'll, is there a motion to approve? Use determination?
I motion to 2022-0 to say that create for the termination of a gym facility within the general commercial zone district.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Any discussion? We'll do a roll call, please.
Councilmember Ramirez.
Aye.
Councilmember Cadenas.
Aye.
Councilmember Pastor Junior.
Aye.
Councilmember Robles.
I,
Mayor Julian.
All right, all right, thank you and good luck. Let us know what we can do to make this go forward. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie.
Now we gotta give him in.
Next item, future agenda items, item number 10. Anybody want to throw anything in there?
Yes, interview join.
Not throw, but. Okay, we'll go to announcements, item 11, council activity committee reports. Start on the right side, Antonio.
Yeah, you actually highlighted it in your marriage report, but I just want to pull that part out is. On October 18th, Ellen Hancock College will be having their board of trustees meeting here, so.
Okay.
It's open to the public, so whoever would like to come, it'll be here at the city council chamber. Thanks. 6 p.m.
Good. Thank you for organizing. And Billy?
No. No.
Go ahead.
He's in the lobby. Is there another
I have
one?
a couple of items, on 9/29, I think that's Thursday or Friday, Thursday. We received, almost $5 million from the Economic Development Association Federal. We have it's called the Guadalupe Royal Theater Revitalization Project, and we'll be having a project management meeting with the feds via Zoom. I think it's at 10 o'clock. And that's basically kickoff on how to move forward with the renovation, and that portion is just for the building itself. And then the second phase, which is the state money, which Limon helped push, is for the 3-story job in the back. So this first meeting on the 29th is with the EDA, and it's pretty, the paperwork is just a monster, and the timing, not so much the timing, but just making sure we go through that in a manner that's, approved by the feds is gonna be important. Stephanie was here, is no longer, she did the COVID-1 program, Stephanie Kraus, and her last day was on the 23rd, I think it was Friday. So the food bank is a city funded, not the city run. So we're gonna have to start picking up the reporting responsibilities, so we're working on that right now. And if anybody wants to go to the mayor's ball, Antonio, normally the mayor pro tem goes to the mayor's ball, which is the age. Look at this guy. It's gonna be casino night.
Oh,
It's
geez.
November.
I'll
Yeah,
wear my
really.
flapper outfit.
What a,
That's,
what a sight to behold.
Country club. So all the mayors of North County are gonna. We didn't have it last year, or last 2 years, so we're gonna have it over there, and it's Bill knows about it. He normally funds that, so I don't know if he's doing it again, but.
You don't invite your favorite council either. Man, mayors only.
Mayor's on? No.
Yeah.
It's mayor.
All council members are encouraged to go.
Yeah.
Probably has good, food.
Cocktail attire this year.
Good food.
Yeah, it's good food.
I
Vegetarian.
have to report it in expenditure.
Oh, you gotta pay.
Oh.
No, you don't have.
Okay, that's it. That's all I have. So
Not in.
do we have a motion to adjourn to closed session?
Working on it.
I will to attend the process.
Are you seconding?
I was second.
Okay. Gene first.
Thought I motioned to go to process.
Okay,
And I seconded.
Gene.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All right.
So we're trying to get in Shay, who's
Right.
just